Thanks, Gregor. Hi, Eric. Obviously, the news just announced publicly that you're the nominee for the Bill Masterton Trophy for the team. Just, I guess, how does that make you feel, especially given all the things that you've gone through, the different teams and everything over the last couple of seasons?
It's special to me. It means a lot. For myself, it's just I love the game of hockey, and being recognized for that means a lot to me. And I'm just really happy that we had the opportunity to represent the Jets in that award.
We'll go next to Ken Weeb from Sportsnet. Go ahead, Weaver.
Thanks, Gregor. Morning, Eric. Why do you think it's been such a good fit within the Jets organization, despite the bouncing around, but you've always kind of called it your home, I guess?
I think it has to do a lot of with the people in the organization. I think that it all starts with our owner, Mark Chipman, and it really goes down from there to Chevy, Zinger, Paul, even Pezzi down the Moose. I mean, everyone has the same philosophy down here that we're a family and that we respect each other and we go to bat for each other. And I think that's a really big thing. And it's a special organization to be a part of. I think anyone that's ever played here feels the same way I do. Every time they come back here, they truly love and admire it.
We'll go next to Paul Friesen from the Winnipeg Sun. Go ahead, Paul.
Thanks, Gregor. Hey, Eric. Everybody's having a stressful and emotional kind of year in a lot of ways. Could you kind of take us through yours that way, the highs and lows? And I mean, your year's been unlike a lot of people's too.
No, for sure. It's been a whirlwind, moving around a lot and all this stuff. But I mean, there's a lot going around the world right now, and I'm still very, very lucky and very fortunate to be able to play the game I love and to be able to work. And there's a lot of people that are not in that same situation right now. So I'm looking at myself thinking that I'm very positive and very thankful that I'm able to do this. I mean, it's a tough time in the world right now. And I think as a hockey player, we understand that we're very fortunate and very lucky.
We'll go next to Kelly Moore from 680 CJOB. Go ahead, Kelly.
Hey, good morning, Eric, and congratulations on the nomination. Just in your particular circumstance, I'm kind of curious, even over the last couple of years now, do you just bring a little bit of stuff to Winnipeg, or do you have a home base here where you keep the majority of your stuff? Like when you go and travel, do you travel lightly, or, what's the game plan there? Because I'm sure you've got it down pat by now.
Well, you can't really travel light to Winnipeg. It's pretty cold in the winter sometimes. You got to bring some big, heavy jackets. But my girlfriend's pretty good. She's the one packing it up all the time. So as soon as we get claimed, she knows before I do. I mean, she finds out on Twitter. I don't really have Twitter or social media. So she finds out really fast, and all of a sudden, there we go. And she's all packing up the house and does it. She's got it down pack. I think she got it down to like 20 minutes. She can get me going ready out of the door now. So she's pretty good at it now.
We'll go back to Ken Weeb from Sportsnet. Go ahead, Weaver.
Erica, what role has your family played when it comes to that sportsmanship and perseverance elements?
They've been huge for me. I think it comes from my dad. I mean, he's always instilled in me a hard work ethic and really just respecting the game. And if you respect the game, it will respect you back. And I've also had very fortunate to have 3 brothers all play at a very high level. My Mike, Paul, and my brother Ty. I have my sister Kathy is actually a psychologist, so she knows a lot about the mental stuff as well. So it's all about just it's hard to say, but my dad just did a really good job when we were young, really instilling that hard work and respecting the game aspect into our life.
We'll go back to Paul Friesen from the Sun. Go ahead, Paul.
You say your girlfriend's got the packing down pat, but what does she say when this happens again and again?
It's actually hardest on her and my dog, just because it's hard to move around with them. For me, it's easy, especially now. It's hard to describe it. Like usually most seasons, like even when I went last year to Arizona or Detroit, she can get out and meet the girls. But this year when we went to New Jersey, she was very isolated. She couldn't get out and meet anybody. She was very, very alone almost, if to say, like she couldn't see anybody. So that was very hard for her. But it's definitely a lot harder for her than it is for me. I've been very fortunate. You get to a hockey locker room, and we're very fortunate. You guys know the guys in hockey are truly remarkable human beings, and they love being around. They're very inclusive. It doesn't matter where I've been. Everyone's right away just inviting me into the room and inviting me in. And for her, it's a little tougher, especially this year, not be able to meet all the girlfriends and wives.
And final question to Kelly Moore from 680 CJOB. Go ahead, Kelly.
Gregor, if you could just leave me up for a sec. Eric, just a couple of housekeeping questions here before I get to the main one. If you don't mind sharing your girlfriend's first name and also your dog's name, just for context with the story, please.
Oh, yes. My girlfriend's name is Haley, and my dog's name is Django we're big Star Wars fans, so we like Django Fett, so it'd be from Django from there.
Okay, and then the main question, and thank you for that.
Yep.
The main question is, are you prouder of what you have accomplished as a human being than as a hockey player? Because everybody you talk to in this organization cannot say enough about Eric Comrie.
No, that means a lot to me. I mean, it's funny because that's a very good, difficult question. I mean, for myself, I mean, my dad always instilled to me as well, is always be a good human being, respect everybody. My mom's actually probably the best person that ever, she's like she's the nicest human being ever. I probably get my niceness from my mom and my work ethic from my dad, because my dad's nice, but he's always not always the nicest human being in the world. But my mom's very nice. But to get back to the question, it's both are very special to me. I take a lot of great pride in being a really good human being, but I love the game so much. I put a lot of work ethic into the game that I want to be the best I possibly can in both aspects. And I think I think they kind of go hand in hand. I think another good example for me to look at every single day is Mark Scheifele. He's an excellent human being, and he's an unbelievable hockey player, and he respects the game a ton. And I think I try to emulate him a little bit as I go throughout my day.